Hi folks, it is time for science. Welcome back. This is your agenda for Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. We're going to introduce the evolution unit today. So I'll talk about what you're doing today. You're going to be doing a pre-assessment, some actively learn assignments, and the roadmap. What you'll need to be doing is take the attendance quiz, do that Google form quiz and the readings, and work on the roadmap. Let's go ahead and jump into Google Classroom in order to see what that looks like. Number one, you're going to go into classwork and you're going to see some of these assignments. Obviously, the ones that are grayed out are things that haven't been released to you yet. So for today, you're going to do this attendance question. It's just kind of a check-in question. Again, not about content, just to see how you're doing and make sure that we can accurately take attendance by 4 p.m. So it goes live at 7, ends at 4. Make sure you get it done in that time frame. First thing that you should look at is the evolution roadmap. So I'm going to click on View Assignment here and the instructions. You know the roadmaps. We've been doing them all year. It's that unit-long study guide to help you master the content of the unit. A couple things to note. You are still expected to draw the figures. So to draw the figures, if you're doing it on a digital copy, do them on a separate sheet of paper and take a picture. You can either submit those pictures along with your assignment or upload the pictures onto the document itself. Another thing that I've changed is you do not have to do the to know and be able to explain to a friend. Hopefully this helps you in completing this assignment in a timely manner. So there is a copy here for the Spring Unit 5 Roadmap to Success. You'll pull it up and you can download it and make a copy. We're not going to deal with the whole everyone gets a copy because that's way too complicated. I also have the suggested timeline. So a little bit tighter, but because we are not doing to know and be able to explain to a friend, I feel like 4 vocab-ish per day and a question is not too unmanageable. If you're having issues with that, please let me know and I'm happy to assist you and adjust some expectations. So that is your roadmap. Obviously, if we're taking a look at the timeline, starting it this week, you should get 1 through 5 done on Monday, 6 through 10 done on the 7th, and then a couple of questions as you go along. You will also note that there is still no roadmap expectations for the weekend, including your long weekend when you have the 17th Friday off and the 20th of Monday off. So that should flow smoothly. Just make sure you get a little bit done each day, and I will have reminders for you to work on that in the agenda and in the Google Hangouts. So that is your evolution roadmap to success. We'll collapse that, and we'll take a look at your assignment for today, which says Assignment 4.7, Actively Learn. So let's go in and view that assignment. There's a couple of things that actually you will be doing. Number one is you're going to take this pre-assessment, and this is a Google form quiz. You shouldn't worry about your grade on this. This is not going to be recorded in the grade book, but this is going to give you some questions that are going to get you started on thinking about evolution as a biologist. And then you will be able to see the correct answers right away afterwards. So I want you to review them after you've taken the assessment. Don't just take it and be done. Take it and kind of read through and see if any of the things that you thought were true were false or vice versa. This is going to give me as well a pretty good idea of where we're starting from as a class and how we can build our knowledge from this base. So take it seriously. I'd love to see what you all are thinking. Again, it's graded so you can see the answers, but it's not being put into the grade book. So you don't need to worry about having the right answers or not. The next thing is going to Actively Learn. If you have not yet signed into Actively Learn, you're going to want to do that. So I will go and show you how to get to Actively Learn and sign in for the class if you have not done so already. If you click on activelylearn.com, it'll open up a tab and it'll lead you to the home page. So you're going to go and click this student sign up. You can sign in using your Google personal account or your school email address. It doesn't really matter. The biggest thing that you want to do, however, is click Join a Class using this little plus sign in this corner. Our class code is YASUI. And the reason why you need to join this class is not only will you see the assignments as they are assigned, but this is the only way that I can see what you are doing, so I can actually give you a grade and give you credit for doing these assignments. So you will want to make sure that you join the class code if you want credit. You want to be able to get some grades for these, I promise you. So make sure you actually go in and do that. All right. So you'll see that there are 6 assigned so far for natural selection, but you are only going to be worried about 3 for today. So one of the 3 you'll take a look is influences on Darwin. So let's go ahead and click on this one. When you go into actively learn, you'll see that I have it on the dark theme. But if you check this text settings right here, you can adjust what color you might want it. Maybe you like the purple. Maybe you want a bigger font size. Maybe you want the open dyslexic font. Whatever you want, you can adjust that in the text settings. As you go through, you'll see some directions here where you think about the following. I have some notes about, hey, this is what Darwin looks like. Remember, this is where England is. Stuff like that. And then there's also, what do you think, some kind of discussion questions. So when you go in, you'll actually go and make a comment about your thoughts and reply to that. And then if you don't like your comment, you can always delete it or change it later. So, that should be something that helps you keep engaged with the text as you go through. And then the end all be all is to make sure that you actually go through and answer the questions in the article. And it will tell you right away whether you are correct or not. I'll just submit random, and it says incorrect. And you can go through and attempt and see what is the correct answer, and a little bit of an explanation on why. So that is actively learn. Again, make sure that you do sign in with the classroom code, otherwise you are not going to get credit. Make sure you take the attendance quiz by 4 p.m., do the Google form, actively learn readings, and then work on your roadmap. It seems like, wow, that's a really long list, but all of these things are super short. The attendance quiz is just a check-in, the Google form quiz, 10 questions, most of them true or false. The actively learn readings go really, really quickly. You saw the one that I just did is really, only a couple of paragraphs long, plus a couple questions. Shouldn't take you too long. And then work on some vocab and questions for the roadmap. Hopefully this helps. I will be available during class time in Google Hangouts. I can talk about the topics for today as well as any questions if you're having issues with access. I wish you all the best, and we'll see you next time. Bye.